What's good, everyone? Big up to everyone. Welcome back to Football with Ends. It's called the breakdown, people, man. We're going to break down Forest's goal, tactically what we did wrong, what they did right, and we'll take it from there, man. Guys, before we get started, remember, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and also share the content out there, man. Plenty of people need to see this. Plenty of people need to know what this channel is about, how much vibes and laughs we have on this side of the pond. So make sure you guys are doing so. And I hope you all are blessed as well, man. And remember what I said, get involved in the content by commenting down below as well. And I'll try my best to make sure I reply to each and every one of you guys. Let me know what you guys think of this one. Should we bring it back? Should we do a bit more of these kind of shows? It's not going to be a long one, but it's going to be a fun one. So before we get going, forgive me, I ain't used my tactical board in a minute, but we'll get into it, man. Let's get into it first and foremost. All right. So as you guys can see, I've put out, the Liverpool team, and then obviously the Forest team. Liverpool will go into red and they will be into blue. Okay. So it's not going to obviously have the player's face. I'm sure you guys are aware of that, but we'll work through it and I can highlight some things. As you guys can see here, there's a few highlights. So it's not going to be exactly, identical to it. We don't have the facilities to do what Sky Sports do, but we're trying our best and we'll make sure we'll make it as fun and as interactive as possible as we can. So my breakdown of, how we conceded a goal. Mo Salah loses out on a 50-50 in the middle of the park. Ibu's really high up on the pitch. So I'll highlight the Liverpool players there. You can see Konate. I can zoom in a bit more for you. So Konate is really high. Gravenberch is in his position, which is crazy to me. I don't know why Ibu is this high up, halfway line, and then Gravenberch is covering. But you're like, okay, cool. Ibu's doing what Gravenberch should be doing. And then Gravenberch is doing what Ibu should do. So you think, okay, cool. 50-50 ball between Mo Salah and Callum Hudson-Odoi. You're like, okay, sometimes you lose out on a 50-50, but when you pull out a 50-50s, that's when we start having issues there. I think midfield-wise, Szoboszlai's in a decent position because he's thinking if Mo wins it, I'm in a good position behind their team. So you've got Gibbs White, you've got Anderson, and you've got Yates on this side, as you guys can see. So you're like, no, if Mo wins this 50-50 here and turns and gives it to me, I've pretty much got the entire field there, and I can play a 1-2 with Diaz, Gakpo's on the other side, and then Mo can spin in behind Williams. So you're like, okay, tactically, we're not too far. We're not too bad. Structurally, we look fine in this position. But the problem is if we're going to gamble on winning that 50-50, we have to win that 50-50 there. So what I'll do, I'll play it out a bit so you guys can understand it. I've highlighted a few key things. So these guys will have, a certain color to kind of show you the movement and, where we kind of went wrong. And as I said, you guys are not going to, it's not going to highlight it as, exact, but you guys will get the idea. Let me should I remove the players' names to make it a bit more clearer? Oh, no, actually, should be fine here. So we play on. We've got the two contesting here. So you got Mo Salah and Callum Hudson-Odoi here contesting. So Callum's got a little blue over him, right? Chris Wood's got the red and Alanga has got the green. Hopefully you guys can see it. If you can't, I'll zoom in just a bit more for you guys to see it. So even with this here, we're going to challenge for the 50-50 on this side of the pitch. I think, yeah, we're fine. Sobo's coming back. I mean, he's coming back. Anderson's going across, which he should to close. Konate, Gravenberch in a good position. Chris Woods. But if you look behind, Gravenberch now, Gravenberch is doing what a midfielder should do. He's coming up going, let me go and press in here because he's thinking for some reason he's not got that centre-back mind. Let me make sure I keep in line with Virg, which is Virg is dropped a bit deeper to make sure he can see what's going on, Chris Woods and Alanga. But as soon as Gravenberch does that step into this space, Chris Woods, very, very smart, runs in behind. He's gone, right, I have identified there's a bit of space in behind. Let me move into that space. Once he makes that run into this space here, and I'll fast forward it in a minute, Alanga then has a lot more room. But you can see now Konate and Gravenberch gets attracted to the football. Liverpool are not in a good shape now. They're ball watching, we like to call it. It's all over the shop now. Mo Salah loses out in it. You've got two guys ball watching in terms of Konate and Gravenberch. McAllister is obviously trying to do his best to kind of get across. I'll play it a bit more. Obviously, Callum wins it. now we're in trouble. So as soon as Callum wins it here and cuts into the midfield, Alanga goes, let me go and pick up. Let me go and pick up that space now, this massive space in here. Let me go and pick that space up. What can I now do in that space? What can I now do? Can I show for the ball in here for Hudson? I mean, Alanga, he's showing in the space. Can Hudson now plays that into me here because I'm showing for the ball? Now it becomes a Virgil 2v1. Trent is still ball watching as well. Gravenberch and Konate are ball watching as well. But Konate is trying his best to probably either show or maybe make a challenge. But as soon as this pass happens, now we're all running back towards our goal. So you've got Gravenberch and now Konate well out of position. Let me remove their players' names. So you can see now Gravenberch, Konate, you've got Trent, you've got Virgil, and you've got Robbo trying to get back in, right? So even then, behind the ball, when they make that pass into Alanga here, we've got Trent, we've got Konate, we've got Gravenberch, we've got McAllister, we've got Virgil, and we've got Robbo. But what happens is now, once Alanga has played that ball once Callum Hudson's played that ball into Alanga, it's now 2v2 in that space simply because Konate got attracted to the football and ball watching. Gravenberch, which was covering him, then got attracted to it because now he's thinking, let me get back into my position instead of going, do you know what, I'm going to fill in for Konate for a second, and then I can tell him like, bro, yeah, I'm going to do that job for you for a second, but you need to make sure you're back to do your job. Let me see if I can pan the camera. Let me move it to a different camera for you guys to see. Bear with, guys. Let me get the right one. Let's go to, actually, is it this one? Yeah, let's go to this one. Let's zoom in so you guys can see, right? So now we're in a bit of trouble because Virgil now has to try and cover Chris Woods there, but he's very intelligent and made that run off the back of, where Gravenberch has left the space. Ibu should really be there. So let's play it through, right? Soon as Alanga picks the ball up in here, plays a simple pass straight into Chris Woods, which is in a great position. And this is the problem. I still think Alisson should have done better with this opportunity here. Let me know what you guys think. I still think he should have done better. Gets it into Chris Woods, simple little finish. And I kid you not, the dive that he did was pretty much similar to what Alisson did. He went down in stages. And I think that's a conversation we need to have, which will be on a stream I'm going to do at 10 o'clock. So make sure you guys do not miss that one. 10 o'clock tonight, we'll chop that up as well. There's a few players I feel like, I don't know. I feel like they're a bit underwhelming at the moment. And then all the boys run off and celebrate. So even if I stop it, reset it, just those few movements there. Hudson winning his 50-50. Chris Woods identifying the space in behind, starts making that run. And then Alanga goes into the space where Chris Woods was occupying. And then it's a simple little one into him, simple little pass into the striker. And the striker then buries it into the far corner. And then they celebrate the opportunity and the goal. I don't know. I don't know what you guys can see from there. What did you guys, make of what I just said? If there's things that you guys notice as well, throw it in the comments, man. Let me know what you guys thought. Was I in the wrong in terms of, picking out these players, and in terms of, do you feel like there was nothing they could have done? Do you agree with what I just said? But honestly, man, it's not good enough. It's not good enough to lose out on that 50-50 with Mo Salah there. It's not good enough at all. You got windows. I think structurally we're okay here. Gravenberch was sitting in as a centre back, as you guys can see, and then for some reason, we just decided, no, we're not gonna. Hold on, let me go back to that camera. For some reason, I don't know why we decided not to kind of not do the ball watching thing and then actually stay with the players. But as I said, guys, we're in the red, they're in the blue, and I'll run it through one more time so you guys can see it. But yeah, it's just little one there. Great little win. Drives across the midfield. Simple little pass. And then they had the finish. Let me go back. Yeah, I'll play it through so you guys can see. Just watch the little movements of these players. And it's a very simple goals. We have enough players back. And we keep conceding these type of goals, which is very, very frustrating because we have enough players back. But for some reason, we're still conceding sloppy goals. Lose out here. Intelligent run from Chris Woods. And then it's a simple simple finish, to be fair, man. But oh no, man, I hate conceding these type of goals. I hate dropping points. But we keep dropping the points, guys. We keep dropping silly points. Drop points against United now. We've dropped points against Forest. And we had enough chances yesterday to go and finish off that game. We had enough chance between Mo and Jota to win us that game of football. But as I said, guys, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Interesting conversation, interesting to see. And I will be doing more of these shows. Big up to G. So me and G, we do a show called Both Side of the Coin. And that will be back. That will be back. And we'll be doing, things like this on the tactical board, breaking the game down, trying to identify little, areas where we could have done better there, in terms of particular bits in the game. And we'll break it down. We'll get better as well. We'll make it a bit more visually pleasing for you guys. But as I said, hope you guys enjoyed that one. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.